AARP, Wikipedia article audio. AARP, Inc. is a United States-based interest group that focuses on the elderly, especially on how they can continue to live well after retirement. In 2016, it had a membership of over 37 million people. AARP was founded in 1958 by Ethel Percy Andrus and Leonard Davis. It is a 501c4 non-profit organization which aims to enhance the quality of life for all as they age, according to its website. It also has members who are less than 50 years of age. The association advocates for social change and provides information, advocacy, and service to its members. It is an important lobbying group in the United States. It updates special money-related information and a fraud watch on its website, to warn people of scams. Its fraud watch includes write-ups by Frank Abagnale from the FBI. History. Activities. According to the group's official history, Dr. Ethel Percy Andrus founded AARP in 1958. AARP evolved from the National Retired Teachers Association, which Andrus had established in 1947 to promote her philosophy of productive aging, and to promote health insurance for retired teachers. After 10 years, she opened the organization to all Americans over 50, creating AARP. Today, the NRTA is a division within AARP. Critics of AARP offer an alternative version of the group's origins. 60 Minutes reported in a 1978 expose that AARP had been established as a marketing device by Leonard Davis, founder of the Colonial Penn Group Insurance Companies, after he met Ethel Percy Andrus. According to critics, until the 1980s AARP was controlled by Davis, who promoted its image as a non-profit advocate of retirees in order to sell insurance to members. Possibly as a result of this report, AARP conducted a competitive bidding process, and, in 1980, shifted the insurance contracts available to members to Prudential Financial. In the 1990s, the United States Senate investigated AARP's nonprofit status, with Republican Senator Alan K. Simpson, then chairman of the United States Senate Finance Subcommittee on Social Security, Pensions, and Family Policy, questioning the organization's tax-exempt status in congressional hearings. According to Charles Blais, the investigations did not reveal sufficient evidence to change the organization's status, though in an interview years later by the Des Moines Register, Senator Simpson remained troubled by AARP's practices, calling AARP the biggest marketing operation in America and moneymaker and an organization whose practices are the greatest abuse of American generosity I witnessed in my time in the U.S. Senate. The organization was originally named the American Association of Retired Persons, but in 1999 it officially changed its name to AARP to reflect that its focus was no longer American retirees. AARP no longer requires that members be retired, but they must be at least age 50. All people age 50 and older are eligible for full membership with AARP. For those under the age of 50, AARP offers associate memberships that automatically convert to full membership at the age of 50th birthday. Overview. AARP addresses issues affecting older Americans through lobbying efforts at the state and national governmental level, an activity permitted by its 501 status. The organization says that it is nonpartisan and does not support, oppose, or give money to any candidates or political parties. The total revenue for 2006 was approximately $1 billion and it spent $23 million on lobbying. Middle-class security has been a major focus for the organization in recent years. AARP also provides extensive consumer information, volunteer opportunities, and events including the annual national event and expo. AARP launched Life Reimagine in May 2013, calling it a first-of-its-kind series of online and offline experiences that guide people through life transitions by helping them discover new possibilities and connect with a community of people pursuing similar passions and goals. USA Today called the initiative the latest step for the AARP, as it continues to rebrand itself and become the go-to address for feeling good about aging. Affiliates. AARP has several affiliated organizations including. Because of AARP's vast membership, it is able to generate its own income without being dependent on government grants or private donors, though it receives both of these for specific programs. According to its 2015 consolidated financial statement, the largest sources of income were AARP Services, Inc., founded in 1999, is a wholly owned taxable subsidiary of AARP that manages the range of products and services offered as benefits to members. Its offers include Medicare supplemental insurance, member discounts on rental cars, cruises, vacation packages and lodging, special offers on technology and gifts, pharmacy services, legal services, and long-term care insurance. AARP Services founded AARP Financial Incorporated, a subsidiary that manages AARP-endorsed financial products including AARP funds. In a filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission in June 2010, AARP Financial announced the discontinuation of AARP funds. AARP Services develops new products, manages and markets products and services, and creates and maintains partnership and sponsorship relationships. AARP Services, Inc., and AARP Financial Incorporated. AARP Foundation is AARP's affiliated charity. Foundation programs provide security, protection, and empowerment for older persons in need. Low-income older workers receive the job training and placement they need to rejoin the workforce. Free tax preparation is provided for low and moderate income individuals, with special attention to those 60 and older. The Foundation's litigation staff protects the legal rights of older Americans in critical health, long-term care, consumer, and employment situations. Additional programs provide information, education, and services to ensure that people over 50 lead lives of independence, dignity, and purpose. Foundation programs are funded by grants, tax-deductible contributions, and AARP. AARP Foundation. The AARP Foundation's website claims the nonprofit wants to win back opportunity for those now in crisis, so thousands of vulnerable low-income Americans 50+ can regain their foothold, continue to serve as anchors for their families and communities and ensure that their best life is still within reach. Key areas of focus are hunger, income, housing, and isolation. The Foundation's vision is a country that is free of poverty where no older person feels vulnerable. AARP Driver Safety. One of the goals of the AARP Foundation is its drive to end hunger. In 2011, AARP and AARP Foundation formed a relationship with NASCAR driver Jeff Gordon and Hendrick Motorsports to increase awareness of hunger in America with the number 24 Drive to End Hunger race car and related food drives. Through the Drive to End Hunger program, AARP also sponsored Hendrik driver Casey Connie, beginning in 2016. In 1979, AARP introduced the nation's first driver safety course geared towards older adults. AARP Driver Safety, which can be completed in a classroom setting or online, teaches defensive driving techniques and provides added information on age-related cognitive and physical changes that affect driving. The course is instructed and promoted by volunteers throughout the U.S. AARP publications and broadcasts. In addition to course fees, the program is supported by a grant from the automobile manufacturer, Toyota. Over 500,000 drivers completed the course in 2012 and over 15 million people completed the courses since 1979. AARP the magazine with their approximately 37 million readers and the AARP Bulletin with 29.7 million, are the two largest circulation publications in the United States. The organization also produces radio and television programs and has a book division. AARP en Español is the AARP's Spanish-language multimedia platform. Offerings include a Spanish-language website, a Spanish-language YouTube channel, and informational resources. AARP has been active in healthcare policy debates since the 1960s, and its recent engagement is a reflection of this long-standing involvement. English language. AARP's public stances influenced the United States Congress passage of the Medicare Prescription Drug Improvement and Modernization Act, which created Medicare Part D, in 2003, and also influenced the Congress by resisting radical changes to Social Security in 2005. AARP also addressed healthcare issues in their campaign targeting the 2008 elections with Divided We Fail. Spanish language. In an editorial in the Los Angeles Times, critic Dale Van Atta wrote that AARP does unauthorized lobbying for its membership, and lobbies against the best interests of its membership. He says that by lobbying for the Medicare Prescription Drug Improvement and Modernization Act, AARP leaders betrayed the membership. AARP Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit charity that helps people over age 50 who are at social and economic risk. It includes AARP Experience Corps, a 501c3 nonprofit charity that encourages people over age 50 to mentor and tutor school children, AARP Institute, a nonprofit charity that holds some of AARP's charitable gift annuity funds. In early 2017, AARP strongly opposed the American Health Care Act of 2017, believing that older Americans would be unfairly burdened with higher premiums and smaller tax credits. Approximately 7 million people have AARP-branded health insurance, including drug coverage and Medigap, as of April 2007. Royalties for the rights to use AARP's intellectual property paid by commercial providers of products, services, and discounts for AARP members, membership dues, and advertisements placed in its publications. And the association earns more income from selling insurance to members than from membership dues. In 2008, AARP began offering new health insurance products, an HMO for Medicare recipients, in partnership with United Health Group, and a PPO and a high-deductible insurance policy that could be used with a health savings account to people aged 50-64, in partnership with Aetna. AARP Awards. Healthcare. Health insurance. Single payer. While AARP is not an insurer, it allows its name to be used by insurance companies in the sale of products, for which it is paid a commission. The organization publishes AARP the Magazine, a lifestyle magazine for people 50+. Established in 1958, the magazine is distributed bi-monthly to AARP members. AARP Bulletin, subtitled The Newspaper for 50+ America, is published monthly, 10 times per year, and requires membership and an additional subscription fee. The journal, released by AARP's International Office, is a policy publication on health and financial security issues facing a global population. Senator Charles E. Grassley, senior Republican on the Senate Finance Committee, said in 2008 that the limited benefit insurance plans offered by AARP through United Health provided inadequate coverage and were marketed deceptively. One plan offered $5,000 for surgery that may cost 2 or 3 times that amount. AARP conducts a thriving business in marketing branded Medigap policies. As of October 2009, medical care reform contained a proposal to trim an associated program Medicare Advantage, which was expected to increase demand for Medigap policies. However, as cited above, AARP also brands a Medicare Advantage plan, and would also be subject to cuts under health care reform. According to an Annenberg Public Policy Center report, critics have said AARP had a conflict of interest in supporting the act, because it derives income from the sale of health and life insurance policies, by licensing its brand to insurance dealers such as New York Life, and would benefit financially from passage of the legislation. In 2004, Business Week said questions have arisen in the past about whether AARP's commercial interests may conflict with those of its membership, and characterizes many of the funds and insurance policies that AARP markets as providing considerably less benefit than seniors could get on their own. Inside E Street, hosted by broadcast journalist Lark McCarthy, takes a nonpartisan, civil look into issues critical to Americans. Movies for Grown-Ups is a weekly 2-minute program hosted and produced by Bill Newcott, creator of AARP's Movies for Grown-Ups franchise, heard on stations nationwide and online at the Radio Primetime website. Primetime Focus, hosted by Aline Ellis, is a 90-second daily feature with a 5-minute weekend edition heard on more than 500 stations. Primetime Radio, hosted by broadcaster Mike Cuthbert, is a 1-hour weekly interview program that focuses on the interests and concerns of Americans aged 50 and older. The program is heard on radio stations mainly in the United States. Single-payer advocates have criticized AARP for not supporting the single-payer or public option during the healthcare debate. Single-payer advocates supported H.R. 676, proposed by Rep. John Conyers. AARP released a statement explaining to its members why the organization was not supporting H.R. 676. Starting over with a new, single-payer program will not eliminate the problems Medicare, Medicaid, and SCIP currently face, such as the spiraling costs of procedures and prescription medications, as well as technological advances that are often not comprehensively tested to be proven safe or effective before marketing. H.R. 676 does not address the problem of increasing healthcare costs. Rather, it allows costs to continue to grow, which will result in unaffordable coverage. John Rother, AARP's former chief lobbyist, said the single-payer model would disrupt the system that is currently in place and require a very significant tax increase. But rather admitted that it would be possible to design a system that would avoid these problems. Since AARP's priorities now are to protect the current programs and implement the Affordable Care Act, Rother said that any effort to promote single-payer would be undercutting health reform. Rother said, "To go to a single-payer you do have to trust government. The climate we're in right now is a very hostile climate for something like that." Social Security. Rother also thought that an educational effort on the benefits of single-payer would undercut the ACA. AARP has not published any material relating to single-payer health insurance on its website, in its several hundred-page policy book, or through its Public Policy Institute. Approximately 60,000 AARP members quit AARP between July 1 and August 18, 2009, in a controversy that arose over AARP's support for U.S. healthcare reform. Fox News stated, "The Atlanta-based American Seniors Association, which is opposed to President Obama's health care plan, is trying to capitalize on growing public dissatisfaction with the AARP." AARP spokesman Drew Nannies responded that AARP loses about 300,000 members a month on average, and the controversial 60,000 of those that had left had specified leaving over the health care debate. Nannies also stated that the AARP gained 400,000 members and that 1.5 million members renewed their memberships within the same period of time. The American Seniors Association is a for-profit organization operated by the American Seniors Association Holding Group, Inc. Since March 2012, AARP's You've Earned a Say campaign has sought to foster nonpartisan conversations about how to strengthen Social Security and Medicare. The Richmond Times-Dispatch reported, AARP took the debate about Medicare and Social Security from what it called behind closed doors in Washington to a series of town hall meetings around the country to make sure retirees have a voice in the discussion. Criticism. Executive compensation, benefits, and travel. In June 2011, AARP dropped its long-standing opposition to cutting Social Security benefits. A news release emphasized AARP has not changed its position on Social Security. In 2005, AARP led the effort to kill President George W. Bush's plan for partial privatization. AARP now has concluded that change is inevitable, and it wants to be at the table to try to minimize the pain. John Rother, AARP's policy chief and a prime mover for the new position, said the ship was sailing. "I wanted to be at the wheel when that happens." AARP declined to join a coalition of about 300 unions, women's groups, and liberal advocacy organizations created to fight Social Security benefit cuts. Rother said, "The coalition's role was to kind of anchor the left, and our role is going to be to actually get something done." In a November 2008 editorial, the Des Moines Register and the Canada Free Press called AARP a strong lobbying group masquerading as a non-profit, meanwhile charging high membership fees and selling expensive private healthcare plans. Criticism has also been leveled at the high salaries that AARP staff earn, and the use of first-class and business-class travel for all their short trips. According to AARP's IRS annual return, Chief Executive Officer Addison B. Rand received $1,698,289 of salary and benefits in 2014 from AARP and its subsidiaries. All board members, officers, and key employees fly first class on flights longer than 5 hours unless business class is available. The Chief Executive Officer flies first class on all flights longer than 90 minutes. AARP reported that it had spent $8,694,890 on compensation of its officers, directors, and key employees during 2014. Charity Watch rated the AARP Foundation overall at 81.07 out of 100 possible points for fiscal year 2014, but gave the organization a financial score of only 73.53 out of 100 for the same time period.